Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all love, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple to flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Hello, I'm Levi D. Welcome to my channel. We're going to go over some of the timeline from the Babysitter that was said last night. I actually am going to pull up Monkey's picture here real quick while we're talking about him. Hold on here 1 second. Nope, wrong one. Hold on here. And we'll let some more people get in here. This is a show that you're not going to want to miss because, once again, a new timeline that doesn't make sense. And a message from the Babysitter after her live yesterday. Hold on here 1 second. So the facts, my live today is Michael Vaughan's Babysitter, the facts that prove you are a liar. Deleted Facebook 3 days before. Who are you lying for? And your receipts do not add up. That's what we'll be going through here today. I'm not going to show all the receipts I have. I will get into that here in a little bit about why I won't be showing that. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. So welcome in, everybody. We'll go through a roll call here real quick. I just want to put Michael up onto the screen. All right. So this is Michael Vaughan on screen here. He was a 5-year-old. He went missing on July 27th, 2021. He was 5 at the time. There is a timeline that is pretty solid out there that I can bring up in here in a little bit as well. There was a vehicle that was reported in the neighborhood at 6:47 p.m. Tyler had gone outside looking for his son after he realized that he wasn't in the house, and got into his car at one point and drove to the splash pad where seen on camera. I'm going to let you all know I have justification for this. So one of the key points last night in a live that I watched where the babysitter was up on the live is that she said that she's cleared because Brandy cleared her, because Brandy said that she passed the polygraph test and that she doesn't need anybody else to clear her, I guess, is what she was getting at. And that's going to be important as we go through this timeline, because at the end of this, I'm going to read a message that was sent to me from her. And the fact of the matter is that one of the questions I asked last night in the live is do you think it's right for the people that bash the family of a missing child? And she goes, no, it's not right. And with convictions, I agree with her. Nobody saw that. My thing wasn't said. The chat is now hidden on the channel that I did put that into the comment section. And I really wish that the chat was there, that I would have recorded that part of her speaking out that it's not right. But then she goes up onto a panel of somebody that has done nothing but pointing fingers at them. And she has been working behind the scenes with one of the mods that was coaching her in the other channel that was displaying it, because she was coaching her during the live as well. And what doesn't help is your timeline does not work. And I'm going to tell you why here today. So let's get into it. There's as new people come in here, let's see who's all here. Nana of 6, I hope you're still here. It's good to see you. Amy, hello. Hello, Bling. Sluggish Sleuth, hello. Crystal Jewel, hello. Who else do I have here? Carl Douglas, hello. Karen Canada, my dear friend Karen. Lana Westbrook, good morning. LTL, good morning. I planned on being here for this live. There was an attempted kidnapping of multiple children at the bus stop before I arrived with my child. Oh, I'm so sorry, LTL. If there's, I planned on being here for this live. There was an attempted kidnapping of multiple children at a bus stop before I arrived with my child. If you need help getting the word out, just let me know in chat here. I was unaware of the situation because all the kids were telling their parents while I was walking away after my kid was on the bus. I saw them all running out with their parents, but thought they were just late to the bus stop. I have to review all my security cams to see if this person was recorded. I'm so angry. I'm already scared to have my child in the school building. I'm sorry, LTL. If I can help you, let me know what I need to do, and I will help you. Good morning, Jody. Did I miss anybody in between there? I got a jar of dirt. Checking convictions. Good morning. Who else here? Little Wing 0201. Good morning. Who else do I have here? Natasha McMillan. Good morning. All right. Looks like I got, just me. I'm listening. Hair Gal. Hello, Hair Gal. Hello, everybody that's in the back listening. I know this is a strange time to be live, as a lot of you have regular lives and are listening as I present this. Thank you, listening while I watch. Next set of footage is loading for me. Perfect. LTL, if you need help, I'm here, okay? If you need to get pictures of the kids out there or whatever you need to do, just you know how to get a hold of me, and I'll watch my direct messages and stuff. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So new timeline from last night stated that they left their house out of the babysitter's mouth. They left the house at 6:58, right? Because her husband stopped work at 6:58, right? And went to the Shell gas station that I used on my live the other day. So a Shell gas station. So from their house to the Shell gas station, let's see here. So 45 miles without traffic. So from their house to the gas station is 3 minutes right here. 3 minutes, right? So 7:03 is when they left the gas station. So here's the gas station. They left the gas station. Oh, I'm going to take this one address out of here. Hold on one second. We're going to take this address out of here for right now. We're going to go back to details here. So Shell gas station left from there and went to 3116 Garrity Boulevard in Napa, right? 44.4 miles. This says 48 minutes. But let me break it down for you because she said there's construction now on here, which I have the traffic map pulled up here, and I don't see any delays. This is 48 minutes without traffic. But what I'm going to tell you is we're going to break this down. So from the gas station to here is from the gas station to Garrity Boulevard is what did I say it was? 48 minutes. So 7:03 left the gas station, right? So I broke that one down. Turn on to Interstate 80. So 7:03, it takes 13 minutes to get from the gas station. See how it says right here, 13 minutes, 7.8 miles to get onto the expressway. So at 7:03, 13 minutes would put you at 7:16, right? World Traveler. I have a text message from her last night after her live, and I will get into that at the end of this live. You'll have to stick around to the end to see it, just for what it's worth. So 7:03, and I can display it up onto I'll display her message. 7:03, so 13 minutes, 7.8 miles. That puts 7:16. So you have 7:16 is where they would have been getting on. So let me show you the direction of path here. So they went from their house to the Shell gas station, and then from the Shell gas station, they would get onto 84 here. So from the Shell to here is 13 minutes. That's 7:16. So 7:16. So then we got 34.6 miles, right, onto the expressway. So 34.6 miles at 80 miles an hour because there was no construction at the time. So it was an 80-mile-an-hour drive. I will give them the benefit of the doubt that they drove 80 miles an hour there the whole time. She said that her husband does not go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. He drives the exact speed limit. So at 80 miles an hour to drive 34 miles, and you can check my math, it'll take you 25 minutes and 30 seconds. So at 25 minutes and 30 seconds, that would be 7:41 that they would get off the expressway. But as you can see down here, it takes 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes once you exit the expressway to get to Garrity Boulevard. So 3 more minutes would put you there at 7:44, 7:45. So you didn't get there at 7:40. What this tells me also is this timeline's even worse, as I have this is why this doesn't add up at 7:44 and 7:45, and I have proof on a message that the pool tournament starts at 7:30. So if you're not there by 7:30, and I've played pool before, but you would have forfeited your game, I would think, unless if it's a lenient pool tournament. But when you put a receipt out there of $10 that you had to pay, and you paid it a week after the tournament, you paid $10 through a Cash App that I have the receipt on, then I have that receipt as well, and I won't put it out here on social media, but I have it in my thing. So let me be clear: 7:03 to go from the gas station to get onto the expressway. That gets 13 minutes. So 7:03, 13 minutes gets you to 7:16, 7:16 p.m. Remember that 7:16 p.m. I would say at 7. We'll go back to that little time period in a minute. So 7:16 at 80 miles an hour. Once you got on the expressway and drove there, that'd be 25 minutes and 30 seconds that it took you on the expressway. Then that would put you there from 7:16 for 25 minutes. Would put you there at 7:41 to get off the expressway. Then you have 3 more minutes after you get off the expressway to get to your destination. That's not getting out of the car. You would have pulled up there at 7:44 and 30 seconds. So we'll call it 7:44. By the time you parked your car, got out of the car, got your pool sticks, and went in, I would say it'd probably take you another 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So we'll put you there at 7:45 to 7:46. So between 7:44 and 7:46. That's where I am going to leave that at. Ellie never said babysitter isn't the focus. World traveler, however, they did say the family is not the focus. Babysitter is still in question. So real important thing I said between 7:03 and 7:16. So let me go back here. Let me add an address in here. So 911 Southwest 9th Street. So what we'll do is this fits in here. So let's say that somebody, so in order to go from the Shell gas station to get to the expressway, so you drive on 30 here. It's a highway. It looks like a 4-lane highway, right? So distance stay here from the Shell gas station is 6.4 miles to get there. So let's open this back up. Let's go see details here. So from the Shell gas station to Southwest 9th, it is 11 minutes and 54 seconds. So if you left at 7:03 from the gas station, like you said last night, so 7:03 and 11 minutes onto there, that'd be 7:14, right? So at 7:14, maybe 7:13, you would have passed this street right here, which is Southwest 8th Street, right? So let's go back to the timeline of so this is the block that Michael Vaughan was abducted on, is Southwest 9th Street. So at 7:13, if you're driving down here, this would have been where the splash pad is right in here someplace. Oh, there's the splash pad. So that's the splash pad. So if you're driving on 30, I believe you can see the splash pad from the road, but we're going to check it out. Let's see if you can see the splash pad from the road. Oh, so this isn't as major of a road as what I thought it was. Let me zoom out a little bit. Maybe I need to. So there is a building here. I might be in the wrong spot here. Bear with me 1 second. So I would have passed it already. We're going to go back this way. So that's going the opposite direction. So I need to go the other way. All right. So that goes back to the expressway. So I want to take and move my guy way over here. This was just a thought I had. Let it buffer here for a second. So that would be the opposite way. So it would be over here someplace, right? So this is a little side street that's on this map right here. So the splash pad would be right on the other side of these houses here. So you can't see it there. But let's just take our little journey down the road here. So here's Southwest 8th Street. So let's go just a little bit more here. So can't see too much here, but so she did say that she was close to the neighborhood yesterday. So this is how close she was to the neighborhood. She like drove past. It's like one street over. So that would be 9th Street back there. I was on a phone call earlier, and I was trying to figure out if you could see down Southwest 9th by driving, because at the time that she would have passed here, Tyler would have already been out yelling and screaming for Monkey. According to the police call at 7:20, it would have been between 7 o'clock and 7:14. He would have at least drove past here to go to the splash pad. Unless if he would have went this street here to go to the splash pad, which would be there. We could take a look. So this street, Whitley, Whitley. I don't think you're going to be able to see the splash pad from here, but we'll wrap around and go to the splash pad here. Okay, so we have a cul-de-sac here. So we'll turn around. We will take this guy and put him over here. So that goes back on that's Southwest 8th. So I should have kept one straight. Sorry, I don't have the best mapping skills. I haven't done this in a while. All right, so that's going to go down the other direction. So we want to go this way. All right, so now if I make a right here, I might be way off. I don't know. Where are you getting confirmed information? Michael was not seen there. So I take it that the splash pad's like back over here, I think. I don't know. I've been looking for it. Yeah, it is, isn't it? There we go. So would have been driving past here. My point is at 7:03, 7:14 would have been driving right past Southwest 8th Street. And I don't know what time. I'd have to go back and look to see what time Brandy actually got there. But I do recall that Brandy said that she there was people all over the place out of their houses and stuff looking for Monkey. And if that's the case at 7:11, let's say 7:11, 7:12, you would have seen commotion on Southwest 8th Street as well. So anyways, so that doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up that she left at 7:03. Let me just go to, all right, very key important information here. I am working on looking at 12,000 screenshots that are being sent to me, and been going through and deciphering them with this whole situation, with the timeline, with other people in the community, with conversations going back and forth with people. I just need to get them all put out there, get them all set up correctly so that I can figure this out. So your timeline doesn't add up if you left at 7:03. And I would like a receipt that says that you left at 7:03 because I don't think that exists. Let's speak about the pool tournament. Hold on here 1 second. Before I go to the pool tournament, I'm okay with saying this. The family's house has been completely searched 7 times. They agreed to sign a paper when they were brought in for questioning so that the police could figure out what is going on, where Michael is. And they were questioned. They signed a paper, gave them full access to their lives to search their house. They've searched it 7 times. They've completely interrogated them. They completely took all their electronic devices and they have gone through them. They have recently, 2 Mondays ago, before the press conference of the truck unveiling, they spent 8.5 hours at the Idaho State Police. I see that another creator is getting ready to do a live that says the eye detects polys. That was very interesting because retinol poly detectors, I'm sure, were being used. And Mr. Vaughan, which I like to refer him to as, is Bob, and Tyler and Brandy all passed and now fully work with the police to find their son. So any of this other stuff that is put onto other channels where they say that the parents aren't cleared, the parents aren't, if they haven't, they're fully working with the police and have been since day one. They, the words cleared didn't come out of their mouth because I think it's a legality on my end. I could be wrong. I'm not law enforcement. I just know that they are not the point of interest anymore, and they work with them very closely. As I would say that that's probably their second home these days. Their first home is here in Fruitland, and their second home is Fruitland, PA. As much time as they're spending there to do anything and everything to find their son, I think even their kids would tell you that their second home is the police station. And I wanted to clear that up. They did pass their polys, yes. And they do work with the police department hand in hand. They've been fully interrogated, fully no stone unturned. And I can say that with 100% conviction of their whole lives. They signed over documents for them to dig into their whole lives. All they want is for their son to come back. I wish the other non-compliant people in the neighborhood, in the community, would come forward and speak up. I definitely do. But let's get back to this pool tournament before I do that. Let's see here. So I have a screenshot that came in. Hold on here 1 second. All right. Pool tournament information from somebody in the community that people have been talking with. Hey, Steve from True Crime Web. So, hello again. Sorry to bug you. Tuesday night pool in Napa. ran 7 to 9 p.m. People usually got there around 6:30, right? With a question mark, confirming my notes from our call. So this is the response from somebody involved with the pool tournament or somebody involved at the bar or somebody that's in the league. We don't know. Just a good, kind citizen. So I am reading from my phone here. Runs from 7:30 to 9:30 or 10. And people usually get there between 6:30 and 7. Some players don't show up until right at 7:30. Some leagues go past 10, but not often. The league you are referring to typically got done between 9:30 and 10. So my question is show up until right at 7:30. So if you're showing up there at 7:40, that means you would have forfeited your pool tournament, right? I don't know. I don't play in tournaments. I play pool as recreational. But I think if you show up to a bowling league and you show up 15, 20 minutes late without a phone call or without anything, that you'd probably be have to forfeit your match. So usually they run until 9:30. Let's go back to, let's see if I can go back out of here. So let's go back and put in. So this timeline doesn't make sense. That would have put them there at 7:45. But oddly enough, I received a text message earlier today. Times of pool tournament. Hold on here one second. So supposedly there was only 2 people there, according to somebody saying in chat that there was only him and the other guy that were playing the pool match. He would have started playing as soon as he got there. So he played one game for nearly 2 hours before having to forfeit and leave. All around the same time the tournament would have naturally been over anyways. Doesn't add up. There's a reason why I asked my questions I asked last night. 8th Street from the highway can see down 8th Street. As you pass by the splash pad is on 8th. If you just keep driving straight down. Okay, thank you. Let's see. I mean, I'll go back. We'll go back and see if that works. So I don't know this area. I've never been there. I have never looked at the maps here, but I was told. Oh, thank you very much. So you're saying to put my little guy. I don't know. We'll figure that out on my. So we're going to go this way a little bit. And then we're going to come to, I'll just take you on the stroll of the day all the way from the, we'll just do it here. We're going to go all the way. So Shell gas station. Yes, there's cameras there. Yes, I have other info about somebody being at the gas station after 7:15 that night. I also have another gas station in Napa that also verified that he was there at 5:30 in the afternoon. So why go to another gas station before you drove all the way to Napa? Questions I have. I do my research. I have people that also help me do my research, and I thank you and applaud all of you. Agree at person tournament. Odd. Yes, indeed. So where am I going here? So here, this is interesting. I've never done this little trip. We are going to go from the Shell gas station. This would have been the route taken we'll just cruise on down, and I will slow it up so that you guys can get a perspective of the area. I haven't seen anybody do this yet, but this seems to be Main Street, and that seems to be their downtown. So that's kind of cool. Maybe someday, eventually, I will be taking a road trip at some point here at some time. So we're going to take a ride down here, down Main Street. So that was the gas station. Oh, cool. I like A&W. I wonder if that one's good. There's an A&W over here on the side. There's looks like a car dealership or something over here on this other side. We're just going to continue down the road here. We got here some type of a split here. Cuttlebug Junction looks like Southwest 8th Street. So if I go straight here, there's a camera right up there pointing probably to the parking lot, but I'd imagine that camera catches this street. There's another one over here. So what's this place? This is called Albertsons. Interesting. There you go. Babysitter lost her boys on the state when they were Michael's age. Yes, that is 100% correct. In the process of talking to people surrounded by that situation too, I already have some information from it. I will be getting more information on that whole situation here in a little bit, in the next day or two. Also found interesting that there was another ex, wasn't a husband per se, but there is an ex of the babysitter as well that has been spoken to, that will be spoken to again. I'm trying to formulate patterns here. Doesn't add up that whole day. Well, I'd really like to know, a lot of the questions last night were geared towards Nana of 6 High. A lot of the questions geared up that day were of that day that were on the actual, I can't spell today, on that actual video from last night was, I found very, very, very interesting was the fact that nobody asked anything about what she did the whole day before. And those might have a lot of interesting details into them. Like one of them being at Mavericks in Napa. It's a gas station, or not Napa, being at Maverick, the gas station at 5:30 p.m., where you would think you would get cigarettes and stuff if you knew you're going to a pool tournament. So I guess I have a question. When did your husband know that he was going to a pool tournament? Like it just happened, like all of a sudden it just happened, like boom. Had he ever filled in before? Because that is what I've gathered from the evidence that I have, or from the text messages and other stuff that I have with people, is that he was a sub, not it wasn't his regular night to play pool. So those are just questions I have to have. Is the babysitter the Jody Sue Somerville's case? I don't know. I don't know the babysitter. I just know that the timeline doesn't add up. And I just still doesn't add up as being coached through it last night. And I don't understand why people are protecting. Oh, before I forget, listen up. Everybody, listen up. Before I forget, there's a Twitter space that I want. There was a timeline that was given in the Twitter space, but magically disappeared in the last 2 weeks. And I know some people have it, and I'd really appreciate it if you could email it to me. My email is truelevidcrime@gmail.com. It would be very, very, very helpful if anybody has that, or if anybody can find that on another channel or anything. I would definitely would credit you. I needed to do a timeline comparison. So there was a Twitter space that just magically disappeared recently that there was a timeline in, and hence why we're getting another timeline. And I want to back up the phone conversation that I have with the babysitter with the other person. That other person is her friend. So why wouldn't you correct your friend? Why wouldn't you correct your friend if you didn't leave the house at 6:15? So I'm going to stick with you didn't lie to your friend, and your interview last night was twisted and turned to prove what I was showing on my last live, where I could show you that it was possible for you to be there between 6:40 and 6:47 on the block of Southwest 9th Street. That I'm going to take that as is you're trying to show that you weren't, that you had left at a later time, and that there's no way possible you could have been there. Well, your timeline you gave last night, there's no way possible you could have made it to the pool tournament by 7:40. You would have been 7:45 to 7:50, and that would have been with no traffic, no anything. That would have been driving 80 miles an hour, exactly 80 miles an hour on that expressway. And not to mention if you had to stop for cars on this road or anywhere else. I just was going by off of the distances and miles per hour. The other thing is I caught an interview with Diddly Squat, and Diddly Squat says that the time change on the phone happens to her all the time. But I'm curious because I've asked 15 people in that local community through Messenger if what kind of phones they've had, what kind of phones they have, and if their time ever changes when you go over to when you go into Napa and then you're driving on the expressway back. I asked several people. I also asked somebody that doesn't live in Idaho anymore, but was visiting there, visiting friends of theirs and family, and that was in another time zone, and their phone changed immediately when they crossed it on the airplane. And when they landed and everything, their phone stayed the same. If they went into Ontario, Oregon, where the time doesn't change, and then they drive back into Fruitland or back into Payette, their phone didn't change. I even see that they even drove down south to Napa and drove back up. Their phone never changed, but their phone's home base is in a whole different time zone. So that BS about a phone change, that's just strictly what it is BS. And I don't know. I mean, I in the process of checking out that phone that was mentioned, I think it was a Prime 7 or something. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I will be looking into it and looking into the frequently asked questions and be asking people that have that phone. But I will tell you that I'm working also on the guy that reposted her post. That still said it was 9:03 p.m. That he posted it, and he lives in New Plymouth. And please don't bother him or harass him. He is a great guy, and his post wouldn't have lied because he was in New Plymouth that day. So anybody that wants to dispute that the babysitter posted that thing at 8:57, I will have another live, and we can sit here and debate that all you want, and I will pull out my facts. I will pull out my truth. There's cameras here on this street. So this is a ways down. The reason why I'm doing this right now while I'm live is I'm going to pinpoint every single place that there's a camera here. And if she left at 7:03, I'm going to pinpoint that she would have been seen on this camera footage at exactly this time frame. And I'll be reaching out to them. They can give me a yes, she was on camera, or no, she wasn't. And the vehicle they were driving as well. Yeah, I don't just sit here and spew that I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about, and I have begun intense, in-depth research, and it's kind of taken me away from helping some other missing people. But we'll get back on to that as well, as I got a team formulated in doing the research and helping, and things that we can make public. Oh, 35 miles an hour through here. Things that we can make public, we'll make public. Things that we find odd or interesting will go to law enforcement, and it'll go right directly from me or right directly from our researchers. And there will be no stone unturned in this search that we are doing. I've drawn a circle around 2 addresses, and I'm currently working out of those addresses and scoping out the neighborhoods and really zoning in. And then as we need to clear those as what I call clear with nothing suspicious, no ties, no connections, no relation or anything to anybody that's involved. Like including family, they don't know family, they don't know the babysitter, they don't know anybody from Randy's work, they don't know anybody at all. I rule them out as long as there's no shady business in them. I research records, meaning newspaper articles, news media, all of those to see. And I do go back in some time. Like earlier, I was looking at a map that was from 1982 of the area and was looking at the houses that were developed there in the area or that were not developed there in the area in all of the different time-wise there. So interesting, but we'll get to the point here. Let me see how far away I am from this splash pad. So LH sounds like he's put a lot of work into research. Yeah, level-headed has put in a lot of work into research. My team members are probably like, where the heck did this guy go to? Because I haven't been around them very much lately. They covered a whole case of the Eliza, and rest in peace, Eliza. I stayed kind of out of that because I was in the midst of a lot of research on this case, and I will continue to research until Monkey's brought home. I'm just scoping out the area for the first time, giving you guys a little thing. Looks like there's some type of buildings or businesses over here on the side. Let's take a look here. A lot of businesses on this road. I will definitely go through this with a fine tooth comb after later this week, and I will be jotting down if you drove here, if you left there at 7:03, doing my little map to this business, what time you would get there with a time range, and break it all down and start documenting my data. So we'll continue doing it. Because I don't like liars, and there's always a reason why somebody has to lie, and that reason will be found out, and that is what it is there. So looks like I need to keep going. So now we're exiting Payette. We're entering into Fruitland here in a little bit. So there's a lot of cameras there. So pretty normal. Looks like, I don't know what date this is. September 2021. That's interesting. So it's 2 months after Michael disappeared. September 2019 and September, October 2018, September. So we're on the right path here. Let me just keep going. Let me see if I can I don't know, maybe I turned on the wrong road here. Let's go back. I just want to make sure I didn't turn on the wrong road. Nope, that would be 30. There's Ontario, so we were like right over here. So we'll go back. All right, I need to turn around. Didn't miss anything. 45 miles an hour here is the speed limit. We're going to continue down our journey here. Hold on here. Oh, sorry. I accidentally muted myself when I turned my camera off. Let's see what we got here. Looks like some brush. Looks like a decent sized road. It's US 95, which turns into 30. There is a river here. I believe one of those videos was taken somewhere along this river that was shown that has no relevancy. This is the Payette River. I don't think that has any relevancy to anything in this case. See how big the river is. Decent size, pretty shallow. That's real shallow. That's mud there. These are rocks that you could actually see the tops of them. So that's pretty shallow. Looks like there's some type of a pump over here. Pretty shallow river. But I don't know, maybe during the summer, I think they have like a No Problem Arctic. Looks like they have a pretty dry summer. I mean, there's more water, maybe a little higher over there on that side. But Alden Road, I don't know anything about the river. I've never been there. Just by my observation, out of stock. I think Amazon might be sold out also. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but as we cruise down this road here. So I'll take a nice look into this here. All right, so here's some type of a bridge here. As you can see, there's not like a lot of brush. This is in September. I do know, as I do have the KTVB app, which is channel 7 over there in whatchamacallit, Splash Pad. Hold on here 1 second. The splash pad is the X. Oh, so it's right when you come in. Oh, okay. Filters at level headed for our comments. Oh, yeah. So I do know that it's been very, very hot there lately. They were dealing with some fires lately, so this would be around the same time. I do know in July it was very hot too. They didn't have much rain this year in July. I don't know if that's typical. I didn't go back and look. My thing is I just keep on trucking here and go and look and observe and check out some different things. What are those? Oh, wow, that's a camera. Those are cameras. Wow. Where's this at? Whitley. That's Whitley. Whitley Drive. Whitley Drive and what? Because I see some cameras there. So there's some more cameras there. Joe Whitley Drive. I don't know where I'm at exactly. We'll have to go through town here. I think at some point I need to visit Idaho. This is very interesting to me. I've never been to Idaho. I've been to California several times. Never to Idaho. See what else can we find here. There's a camera right there too. Camera right there. Looks like there's a lot of cameras around over here. So I guess we can pinpoint in time and see the camera footage. There's probably a business over here. How much closer am I getting? I'm getting close. Information center. Speedomotive muffler. Cruising on down here. Thank you for bringing facts always. Yes, indeed, Randy. I have a lot of facts in this case. And I plan not to. I got to keep the integrity of the case as well as monkeys out there. I don't need a monkey to be hurt or anything. I just definitely just want to find him and bring him home. And it's going to be continuing this until he's found and brought home. So, and this is a key important element of it, is to bring out the liars when they're lying and see why they're lying. And as you can tell right now, I have two different timelines in my possession that don't make sense. Neither one of them do. One would have put them right there, right when stuff was happening. The other puts them late to their pool tournament. So which one is it? Is it you're late to your pool tournament by another 5-10 minutes? Or were you early to your pool tournament? And Highland, or you were early to your pool tournament, and it would have put you going past there right at the time of his abduction. And in the time frame, either way, you went past there at some point. So I think your stuff should be collaborated one more time with police, or maybe a couple more times. I don't know, but I would be interested into getting people that aren't the focus of the investigation to get cleared again. There's a new building, and I don't know. There's a bank. I know they got cameras someplace. So just scrolling down through here. We'll get to the end of Payette here. And if this is your hometown, I'm not invading yet here. See, there's a motorcycle shop over there. Here's Ontario, Parma. Let's go out and see exactly where I am. 16th Street. So I am right here, and we need to go here. So I'm going to speed it up to here. We're going to go here. So we just passed the exit for Ontario, which would have led you into there. Southwest 9th Street. That's or Northwest 9th Street. Let's go here. There's a landscaping place. I am heading the correct direction. Perfecto. Looks like it's starting to get more farmland in here. I don't know what this facility is here. Baton Rouge. I don't know. I hope they did. If they haven't, I'm going to get a pinpoint map with where the cameras are and send it into them. I will definitely be doing that. And if you're listening, Mr. Police Officers, as I know that you watch my content most often. So we're just cruising down, taking a drive. Looks like there's a big factory over here. Looks like a Coca-Cola division. Looks like Coca-Cola there. So I'm just bringing it to light that there's more ways to do this, and maybe some of those cameras don't work. Maybe some of them do. I just think that we need to put some key important information out there that I see as a civilian that law enforcement may not see. Maybe they know all of this, but I'd rather them know it and have it than not know it and not have it. So here's another gas station. I'm sure there's a camera there. So we're going to go right by this gas station here. Let's take a look. How far am I? Southwest. All right. There's a barbecue place. I wonder if that barbecue place is good. I like barbecue. Let's take a look here. So this is called Truck and RV. There's a camera right there. Oh, there's Maverick. Oh, that's the Maverick they were talking about that somebody was at 5:30 in the afternoon. Now it's making sense. I'm glad I took this thing. Oh, thank you, Baton Rouge. Thank you so much. That really helps because I'm trying to upgrade my equipment here. And I'm going to do it solely off of Super Chats and AdSense and everything else. So if you're watching ads during this, I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if that's a camera or a light, can't tell. But I'd imagine this Maverick has video surveillance, as I've been told. And somebody was there that day, is hungry. He's been talking about burgers, barbecue, and oh my goodness, I'm getting hungry now. Yeah, Karen, I'm not hungry. I didn't eat a very big breakfast today, and I probably should have ate more breakfast. Oh, there's the camera right there. See the camera? Camera's right here on the end, and this is the Maverick gas station that somebody was at 5:30 p.m. So, let's see here. We will keep going down, and I greatly appreciate you. We'll leave that right up there. Thank you very much. Oh, here's another gas station. I didn't realize, this is the first time that I'm going, I'll help more your needs. Yeah, well, I don't need. I just want to be able to do these more professionally and grow my channel to help more missing people. So just because I'm digging deep into Michael Vaughan here doesn't mean I've forgotten about any other missing people or I don't follow. I follow everything. So this is a truck accessory place. So Rough Country is a suspension system to help lift the vehicles up. So that's quite interesting. Here we have a Shell gas station. So Maverick was on the other side. Maverick looks pretty new as of 2021. Oh, wow. Look. Oh, that might be nope. Those are lights. Those might be speakers. I think that's a speaker. And that's a little thing up on top. I don't think they have a camera there, but I could be wrong. I think that's a speaker, not a camera, but I could be wrong on that as well. But I don't see any cameras there, so we'll continue on. Hello, Arctic. I mean, and some of these places might have like CCTV cameras that people can see that like I don't see. Like you'd have to physically be there. Soda shop. That's cool. Soda shop. Thank you guys all for staying here while I'm over here searching around on the internet here for cameras that are in the area to corroborate somebody's stories that they want to continue to tell. And anybody that thinks that I don't do my research, I do my research. So your stories don't add up. And we'll continue to break through them so that I can cross you off my list. Whether you were there, whether you stay on my list, whether you don't stay on my list will be through a process of elimination. And it'll be a collaboration of video cameras and what's going on in the area. And do you tell your best friend your real story, or do you go onto a YouTube platform and tell them another one? So which one is it? Do we believe your friend that recorded you, or do we believe you're being coached last night on another platform? That's a great question for chat. I wish I knew how to. Can I do this? Let's see. Toggle timestamps. Let's do this. We're going to do a poll while we're here. What timeline do you think is correct on the babysitter? Question mark. Options. Timeline of friend. Of friends conversation. Or coached on YouTube. That's the community. Here we go. We'll ask. City Center, Fruitland Nursery. What else do we have here? Fruitland. So we're entering Fruitland now. White Rabbit, Sully. Hello. Hi. You don't have to ask the police to hang up posters. You just need to start the car heading to Arkansas. Damn, nice beard, beloved. Sorry to derail. Oh, thanks, Rennie. Hello, Purple. Oh, my goodness. The expert is here as well. Wow. We're just going over Michael's timeline of the babysitter. We'll continue to let that poll go through up at the top. All right, so we're heading the thing here. 1 second, taking a look. Fruitland Preserve. We're actually looking for video cameras on our route that was taken that day. Lori Davis, it is great to see you. I hope that you are feeling way better than you have been the past month. I know you've been sick, and I hope that you're getting better. And because we sure miss you. Let's take a look here. We're going to look for the splash pad. One important key information. As I look on somebody's Facebook, since we're doing this here, how close am I? Southwest 7th, so Southwest 8th. So we should be able to see the splash pad coming up, and it's right there, according to the message I was sent. I don't think you might be able to see it through the thing here, but we're going to make a right turn here in a minute. One thing I wanted to let you know, from June 8th to July 27th of 2021, all messages of the babysitters have either been put on private or have been deleted. So from June 8th to July 27th, 2021. So, and maybe there's an explanation for it. Maybe it's not this, but I just kind of seem that real strange and real odd, as other things don't make sense, and I can't say why. That is odd and strange to me, because I know what your actions will be, and I don't want you to do that as your actions, because then that would be really suspect. Here it is. All right. there's the splash pad. It's right on Southwest 8th Street. So if there is commotion here, let's turn around. So that's pulling in Southwest 8th Street. So if you're driving by, you would be able to see commotion and cars here at the splash pad. Let's take a look here. Oh, looks like a pretty popular place. Nice. Let's take a look at the other way here. All right, that's interesting. Let's take a look here. Welcome in, everybody that's coming in. So here's the splash pad. That's like crazy leaning telephone pole there. So you would be able to see right down into the splash pad here. So I was right with where it was. Then at 7-Eleven or 7-12, when you pass this location, you would have been able to see if, like how you said last night, how the monkey means the world to you, and he was just one energetic kid that if you were driving on 30 over there, that you would have been looking back to be able to see what's on their block. And at that point, there would have been people out all over that block. So something doesn't add up, doesn't make sense. But I've been live for a few minutes here. I'm going to show my one last little piece of this. So what timeline? Let's see here. We got timeline of the friends, 29%, coached on YouTube, 17%, or neither, something is wrong. Let's end this poll. If you haven't voted, please vote. And then I'll take this poll off. End poll. It is ended. Let's see the results here. 24 votes only. 54% said neither, something is wrong. So told two timelines by the babysitter. I was told there's a third one that doesn't even have I was told there's a third timeline that is on Twitter Spaces, that if anybody that has that third timeline from Twitter Spaces, can I please have it? Because in everybody's lies, there is truths. And if you don't think that the babysitter appling, I'm just trying to stay awake, level-headed, kept me busy with Kylie and Eliza hit, and I'm wanting to get some monkey videos out. Yes, the expert, we will speak on that, because I would like from a lawyer's standpoint, or just from a logical thinker, I thought your Summer Wells videos were great. A splash pad is just like having sprinklers on a pool, just a few inches of water to splash around in. I don't understand. So I now know that there's three timelines. I now know that there is video footage. I also know that at that Maverick gas station that we saw that was in Fruitland, like right before you get into Fruitland there, I do know that they have cameras there, and somebody was reported being there at 5:30 p.m. that day. So then maybe the 5:30 p.m. that day, maybe when did they leave their house? So I have this whole big camera. So instead of being like this, I have this whole big gap of when did the babysitter do that day. Not accusing, not anything. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand the position of what they are doing. I have no clue. All I know is she's being driven by another YouTube channel and two people from Twitter. One was in the chat last night coaching her and was correcting her on something. So obviously it was planned. And I don't like planned interviews. I like planning, setting it up, but letting the person tell their story, how their story is, as opposed to interviewing them. Because when you interview them, you're coaching them. And the coaching them absolutely can answer questions and help coordinate with family if need be. Yes, indeed. I'm going to open up my panel. This is something I don't do. If I don't know you and I don't know that it's really you, you are going to have to show your face. We can discuss this a little bit. If somebody that's new that doesn't understand Monkey's case wants to speak about Monkey a little bit here, I'm more than willing to do so. I did drop my StreamYard in the thing. Anybody's welcome to come up here, say your 2 cents on it. I will pin it to the top. I just don't understand the timeline. I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me. We see a pretty decent timeline from Michelle After Dark, which I can bring that up here. Let me just take this down for a second. Remove the screen. Whoa, look at this scary guy. Which channel? Dazed and Confused subbed. Can you share the YouTube channel? Which channel? Dazed and Confused? Nah, I don't follow this case really. No, I know, but what channel were you looking for? Oh, the other channel? If you go back to my last live about the babysitter didn't make sense, I don't like, I mean, the one was respectful to me. The other one wasn't. Which channel was the babysitter on? I'll send you over to Case in Point is the channel. Working but listening. Callie, I want to get with you to do some maps on this. I'll get it there. Case in Point was very respectful to me yesterday, and the babysitter was on there yesterday. Let's take a look here. I have receipts. I have 12,000 screenshots to go through of different conversations and different stuff. What I want to do now is go to Michelle After Dark. Or is it Michelle Walks? I don't know. We'll figure it out here. So I wanted to just point out one thing here. She's been on a lot of other channels before, though. You all can do a search there. I just want to take a look here. I didn't realize, didn't the babysitter talk bad about the parents? Hold on here. Let's bring that up. Didn't the babysitter talk bad about parents before Lana because last night was weird? Yeah, last night was weird. I don't get it. I don't understand the tactic. I don't understand the involvement. I don't understand why we now have a new timeline. I just don't get it. You tell your best friend a timeline. I want to vote for something for something's wrong. Yeah, something is wrong. Doesn't add up. People around them don't add up. My fear is she believes her own lies. Very well, that could be very well true. I was driving, so I couldn't vote. Oh, no, I already know what your vote is, Lynn. It is still scrolling through here. At the expert, are you still here? I'd love for you to come up and explain something to me on driving. And I'm trying to bring up this timeline over here on Michelle After Dark here real quick. I think I got it here. It's still buffering though, so just 1 second. So there is a 6:47 where a car was seen on CCTV footage. There is a time period here of when he went missing and Tyler went to go look for him. There's a 6:47 mark, and then at 7 o'clock he did call Brandy and stuff. If this thing would ever load, I don't know. There we go. It's getting better. Let's see if I do it a couple more times here.
YouTube.
There we go. All right. So Michelle After Dark, if you guys aren't subbed to Michelle After Dark, please go here. I will share this to you. This was a very, very good live, very informative. It is the closest thing to a timeline that I can see, that I have seen. And you have 6:37, neighbor takes Michael back to his yard. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I do know 6:40 p.m. Tyler orders pizza, and I do know that was done, ordered on his phone. Michael's seen by 5 neighbors. I see that's put up here, which everything seems to be pretty accurate here. Here's the timeline. So we have from 6:40 here to 7 o'clock. That was the timeline released by the police of the time lot where he was abducted. And then you have at 6:47, a Honda Pilot was seen on CCTV. 7 o'clock, Tyler leaves house to go look for Michael by vehicle, And then you have 7:21 p.m., a 911 call confirmed by law enforcement. So you have this window of Tyler searches house and backyard in between here and here. So this is 6:40 to 7. According to police, is the window. So you have some things going on here. You have neighbors. You have a Honda Pilot. You have some type of a car there. So at some point, something happened there. In this window from here to here, something happened. Timelines by the babysitter don't make sense. Maybe she can recall. Maybe she can go back onto somebody else's panel and explain to them what she did at the beginning of that day, as I do have the info of what she did do that day. But I want to hear her tell her truths or her lies. What is truth and what is lie? I don't know. The fact is that she's told 2 different timelines, one to a friend and one to a YouTube channel. And there's a third one, and I want to get my hands on it from Spaces. If anybody out there has it, please email it to me. It's truelovedcrime@gmail.com. If you have it, because I'd like to set all 3 of them up and see what the difference is between all of those. And I have a feeling that, however, you can tell, wrote that timeline from her. Yes, indeed. That timeline was written based off of the facts that I showed in that recording that I have of her telling her friend, because it didn't make sense. They gave the ample amount of time to be in that neighborhood between 6:40 and 7 p.m. if she left the house at 6:15. Now, if she left the house at 7:03, she wouldn't have made it to the pool tournament in time, but she would have seen all the cars down those 2 parking lots there. And also that would have meant if they got there at 7:40, according to her, that would have meant, or 7:45, which would have meant that she would have only been there for probably about 15 minutes. But wouldn't you forfeit a pool tournament? And now these are questions I'm throwing out there that I'm going to have to go and ask people and do my research and go and make some phone calls and ask what the forfeit means. I want to know. I mean, did he show up late so it was forfeited? Did he have to leave early so it didn't matter that he got there at 7:44 or 7:45? And maybe they got there right at 7:40, but then that means that they would have left from the house earlier. Since he doesn't go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, he drives the exact speed limit. That was said. That I'm taking as fact, especially knowing the the things I do know about the husband, I would say that that is probably 100% fact that he does not drive 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. There is reasoning behind there. And if that's the case, you did not leave your house at 7, or you did not leave at 6:58, go to the gas station, left there at 7:03. It's not possible to make it to Napa if you drove the speed limit. Not possible for you to get to Napa to the pool tournament by 7:40. So that timeline is bunk. The other one makes more sense. I just don't understand why you were at Mavericks at 5:30 p.m. on the day Michael went missing, and then you went back home. So if you went to the gas station, wouldn't you get gas and cigarettes and then go back home and then leave directly from home, not stop at another gas station? So that doesn't make sense to me either, and I do have proof on that. But to keep the integrity of the case and not to have people, I don't know which gas station it is, but my thing is that there's truth in everybody's lies. And to me, some of the depicted information put into the verbiage that she was writing and said her old theory about a guy at the pump and then all the way down to Mexico and Napa and all these other things. How much truth is that? Was that taken from other YouTube channels? Was that taken from a Twitter Spaces thing? I don't know. Make it make sense is what I'm asking. And also, she wanted harsh reality on panel with her, and he was on vacation, so she did this one instead with the other one. No proof she ever made it to the pool tournament. You're exactly right. There is no proof. I do have a Cash App that says that they paid a $10 forfeit to them, but that was paid a week later. Wouldn't you have to pay that like right away? Or I don't know. I don't know why. If you forfeited, like if you were there, why wouldn't you hand them cash? I don't understand that either. I don't understand the whole drink thing. I don't understand the whole down to the second, down to the minute, describing your day, being very detailed on your time frame from 6:58, because my husband got off at 6:58 and he's supposed to get off at 7 p.m. Well, now since you said that, I'm going to go take a look back through my text messages, back through all of my information, and we're going to see if that's correct. Very interesting. She really has no alibi. There was also a phone call to a lady named Jewel that's from Australia. So that could be enough that she was talking to somebody on the phone. But was she or was she not? I don't know. The other thing is that she did say last night that she was talking to her sister on the phone at some point too, and was outside for longer. The other thing I do know is that she was asked about who she babysat for, and I don't know. I'd have to go back and replay, but I'm pretty sure when I was watching the thing, she left out one other person that she was babysitting, and there were certain reasons why I left out certain things and why I was asking certain questions last night. I will tell you this. She did say that Brandy and Tyler are good parents when I did ask. She did answer that. The other thing that I did ask is that about the other person that she babysat after she had gone over who she babysat, and she did correct herself and did add the other person into there, and we won't be naming them or outing them. They have a right to some privacy. I also have how that pool tournament was kind of set up and how it works, and that he was a fill-in. So she was reading a script that's clear. I don't know. I just think that it was coached. It was you have somebody in chat telling her, remember. I also have screenshots of a Discord that has information in it. Has other ammo of Twitter stuff to harass the parents. But here's what I'm going to do. Let me just pull up my Twitter. And as this all unravels and I continue to do my research on this case. I will be going live probably 2 more times today. One will be on Eliza. I haven't covered any of that. The other one will be on some other missing people that I want to start covering. But I want to make this make sense. Let's just do this. Need no more crayons. Let's pull up this message. Hold on here 1 second. Pause that. Let's done playing games. We're caught in lies. So I'm done playing games. I'm just going to do this. I'm done playing games with you. Hey, this was Saturday at 10:26 p.m. I sent her a message. She was chatting with me. Hey, I have a question. I'm trying to piece things together to help clear your name. No response until yesterday. So I hope no, which should be I hope so. I pray you have more of an understanding as to why I did certain things in the beginning. I would like to believe you have a clearer understanding to my timeline. I had nothing to do with Monkey going missing, not one single damned thing. Let them paint me ugly. That's fine. I've never been a perfect person. I made some very unsavory decisions in my life. Not one of them has ever endangered anyone but myself. As far as clearing my name, ? Brandy already did that with the info she got from LE. I have to move on with my life. I pray every minute of every day that LE finds him or finds out what happened to him. I fear my, quotes, life will be long over before then. Good luck and get away from the trash. Be objective to your own standards. Don't accept redacted info because I promise you the whole truth is not going to be there. I'm mind baffled by this. I don't understand. You get mad at people for slamming their parents, but you are doing the exact same thing to Jen. Come on. My headlines. I'm doing the damn same thing to Jen. No, I'm bringing out what's facts and what's lies. So if you don't know, that's the third timeline she's told. So those are all lies, which I just want them cleared up. And I need them proven by something. And I have 12, my headlines, I'll just tell you. I ain't doing the same damn thing. I've opened up my panel to Jen several times. I have an email, and I have certain mods in here that saw my email. She blamed why she can't do an interview with me is because she's working 12-hour shifts, and she won't be available until October. And then she does an interview. So there's that. Hello, you're on mute.
I know, I was on mute. I'm talking.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. Thanks for the live today. Just wanted to hop up in case there was any questions. I see my couple of good friends in the chat. You know, my headlines, Alexandra, want to discuss how many timelines there are from Brandy.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, so Alexandra, since you continue to follow me on every single platform and stick your Weasley head in here, Brandy's timelines have never changed. Neither has Tyler's. What you have listened to and what we have repeated time and time again are that she was betrayed by Little Weasel, Crystal Rutkowski, who recorded her while she was going through trauma. Her therapist, her counselor, her doctors have diagnosed her. She has trauma brain. She tells somebody one thing on one interview and says 6:31, and the next time says 6:33, and you bitches think that's the official timeline? No. The official timeline was put out by law enforcement. It is from 6:40 to 7. It has been proven. It has been validated. Brandy was at work. Tyler was at home. You running your mouth with this crap is just causing more problems. This is not true. It is not true, and you need to stop.
So that was the point of the live today. After yesterday, they're saying that the babysitter just proved that she's okay because she's been cleared by Brandy, right?
She's cleared by Brandy. Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm telling you now, the parents have been cleared. They're completely cleared. Bob, Tyler, and Brandy spent 8.5 hours with Idaho State Police. They're no longer the focus of any of the investigation. And so there you go. And my thing is that anybody that wants to continue to poke at them and does not listen to, I know they didn't say cleared, but want to continue to poke the bear.
Semantics. These people are trying to choose as your info does harm the case. Your crap is harming the case. You're out here pointing fingers at the parents over your personal preference, over your opinions, over the opinions of the weasels of Dope, Sleuthy, Crystal, and those bitches that got together. And I mean, think about it. If you actually go listen to that stuff, Brandy was giving them information because she trusted them, because she thought that they had experience in finding children, because that's how they presented themselves. They are not lying about it. The weasels are lying about it. They slide crap to try to make them look bad.
Is today the day? I mean, do we just want to tell them that because Brandy didn't want to work with them anymore, they are pulling all of the scheme?
Well, no, we all know that. People have said that. I mean, that's about when I was pulled into it. Brandy and Tyler had been working with them since December. And I was sent spaces, having not been on Twitter before, around March, where people in the community that I was helping moderate were like, hey, Lana, do you see this going on over here? We're really concerned because we're listening to these and we feel like Brandy's being taken advantage of. And I go over there and I listen to this crap, and that is exactly what was happening. You hear this mother, just like Michelle After Dark said, it is heartbreaking because they just sit there and annihilate her and pick her apart when she won't give them information they want, because she can't, because it's part of an official investigation for her abducted son. And when she doesn't give them what they want, they got pissed and they threatened and said, well, if you don't give it to us, then the social media pressure is going to continue. That's straight out of Dope's mouth. If you don't give us the information, the pressure on social media will continue. She pulled back because of what they were doing, because she saw what they were doing. And when she pulled back and stopped talking to them, then they got really mad. Then they started doxing me. Then they pulled my background, my private life, my legal name, and put it all on there because I stopped Brandy from talking to them. That's what happened. My headlines, if you only knew for a second what Lana does. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Dog's getting upset over there because I feel Lana's getting frustrated, but in a good way. But Ellie can lie. So when Ellie can lie about who's been cleared and who hasn't been. So I'm waiting for I can't wait for Monkey to be found. You want to talk about doxing? You did every single day on Twitter. Lady, I pulled out their backgrounds. Here's what happened. Slutty Goose, Sleuthy Goosey, Nicole put my name in background. She called me a PR spokesperson felon. That's the first thing she put out there. First of all, I'm not their PR spokesperson. Second thing, I'm not a felon. I did have a past felony charge for possession of a fraudulent device. Not fraud, possession of a fraudulent device. This was 20-something years ago, or almost 20 years ago. That charge, if you actually go do your own goddamn research and look it up, has been completely dismissed. It's not even on my record. The only thing you can see it on is the Idaho portal, because Idaho is a state that does not have a true expungement law. So when Nicole decides to put my shit out there and air it when I'm just a volunteer over here helping to find Michael, yeah, I dug into that bitch's background and found out that she's got some shit going on too. Then I dug into Crystal Rutkowski's background and found out she's got a hell of a lot more. That woman who presented herself as a PI in training to the family and recorded them has obstruction charges, multiple theft charges, and you guys want to use that as a source? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, the truth be told.
You know what you do, Lana? It's bitching on Twitter. You know what you do, Alexandra? I'm not going to say what you do, but you tend to follow me on every goddamn platform to bring up the same conversation, don't you? Somebody just boot her out. I thought we booted her out before. Go talk on Twitter.
Yeah, we could take it to Twitter. I mean, if you want us to keep going, I mean,
little videos about all you guys and start putting them out. I'm gonna air, Crystal's background. We're talking to Ohio right now. I'm trying to make sure that she gets looked into and investigated for what she did to the family, because we have enough evidence to prove a bait and switch with what she did, and she already has obstruction on her background. You don't think they won't look into you? Yes, they will. And then I'll take it to West Virginia and Nicole and Sleuthy next, because I am so sick of this shit. It is not just Michael. I have learned that they are doing it to Vladik's family, to Brian Vladik Hassel's family. Joe and Bethany and the family are just beside themselves with what they are doing. They've done it to, who else did they do it to? Kaylee Jones' family. And Daniel Jones goes on Nancy Grace and cries about what has happened to his family, and they laugh. They laugh and they parade it around like they're still the ones doing the right thing. When you listen to a father of a missing girl cry about the trauma his family has gone through because you aired their address like you had the right to, and you think that's funny? No, it's not. We're going to make some more changes here. We have already changed laws in the state of Idaho where Michael is concerned, and you bet your ass that his community is going to continue to change policy and procedure across these platforms and make sure that you guys cannot continue to do this to other families.
hi, Maui girl. Hi, Callie Dime. You can continue talking, Lana. I got, you preach, Lana, Arctic says. Yeah, if nobody's heard that Nancy Grace podcast.
I just address what that crap is, and this person, and it's all tied together. And I know Nancy Grace was specifically speaking to Nerdbird Mafia, whoever just commented about that. But here's the thing. There was a division of this initial group where Michael's case is concerned, because those three weasels, Crystal, Nicole, and Rachel, they had some kind of a split at some point. And who knows what, where, when, or why. It was right about the time that Crystal Jewel aired that Sleuthy Goosey's abduction story of her own son is a lie. And that's when Dopey kind of pulled back from her. And she went with NBM. But when you listen to that interview, and I want you all to go listen to it, the first half of the last podcast of Nancy Grace, where she interviews Daniel Jones on Kaylee Jones, and every single behavior that he describes happening from that group has happened to the Vaughan family. And when he says in that interview, my wife and I were contacted by other families that this group targeted, that was us. Because guess what? I reached out through their advocate and provided proof of what Sleuthy did to Michael Vaughan's family, so they would know to not work with her. And I will do that with every single family they try to work with. It is sickening, Dree. Especially to continue to point the finger at parents who the cops have said they're not the focus. And previous to that, they have said highly likely of an abduction. Every day that he's gone, it's more likely an abduction. More time that passes, it's an abduction. We're heading towards an abduction. They keep saying this over and over and over again, and that the family is compliant. And these people just go on with their opinions based on statistics, and that's it. That's it. Yes, Brandy's support group got her off Twitter. She went there for help. She went there for help.
Sorry, I'm getting ready to show you something, but I have to fix the picture. Just 1 second here. I don't want to.
No, it's okay. I'm just getting lit up because I'm so sick of it. I am. I'm done. I'm done. Done. Crystal is a predator, and she's still out there doing it. And she's probably going to pop up in this chat next now or like last minute and just be like,
Yeah, because I unblocked her. So
no, nobody should. Nobody should give her platform anymore. That's what's so disgusting. They're like, oh, let us tell our side, and we want to tell you our side, and you only have half the research. No, we've listened to your guys' side for, God, what is it? It's September. This has been going on since, I don't know, February. Like, we're done. Your shit has been supposedly already given to the FBI months ago. So, according to your own mouth, the FBI has all of these recordings of Brandy. So, right there, Dunsey, no more to speak about. Because if the FBI has gone through it and vetted it, guess what? It's bullshit. And there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. Nothing. $2006, come on. Oh, okay. I only caught the first or second half of that. No, it was never about Michael to them. And what's really sad for me is there's a lot of people that, you know, they message me privately and they're like, please quit attacking Dope. We really love her and we followed her for a long time and she means well. And those people are the ones that really mean well. Those people are the ones that are, you know, coming to social media or seeing a poster shared or whatever, and they genuinely get involved with, you know, sharing these cases and praying for these families, and they end up following these kinds of people. And it's not them that cares. It's the followers that really, truly care. And that's why I say, do your own research. Do your own research and look into things. Look into it for yourself. You know, don't listen to harsh ramblings on YouTube. Don't listen to, you know, people just because they have a big following. You know, go look. Like Michelle After Dark, she legitimately has education, PhD in research, you know, goes into her cases from that angle. So, you know, when you go to that platform and look for information on cases, that you're getting information coming through that type of a lens, right? Whereas you go over to some guy in the UK who jokes about selling his daughters on eBay because he has 4 too many and only one son, and you take his stories as factual while he weasels off in the comments and is like, oh, by the way, I don't do my own research. Like, and then you share that, that's on you. You have the responsibility in using social media to make sure you're not sharing shit and that you're not perpetuating the issue.
all right, you ready?
Yeah,
Old content.
take the microphone from me. I'm just going to keep going.
No, you're fine. Old content, our eyes only from a Discord. Miss Dope Soul, January 12th, 2022, 1:50 p.m. This was replayed. Huh?
I haven't seen this.
Oh, yeah. This is replayed recently on somebody's channel when they were going off. This is called Re-Victimizing a Victim. And there is your proof. And there is a nanny clip.
You know, transcript. They did. Well, because this is funny you bring this up, because I've seen some, not a Discord, but I've seen other messages. And there was quite a huge chunk of time that those two women right there thought that the babysitter was involved. Crystal Jewel's got a lot of those screenshots. But they were also looking at her and thought she was involved. And it was only at that time point that I described when Brandy, you know, when they were pressuring her for information they wanted that she wouldn't give them, and they were pressuring her to get Tyler involved in more spaces and he would not, and I stepped in, that's when they were like, oh, wait a second, you know. It all changed when she stopped working with them, just like it did for the other families. Just like when Sleuthy was trying to get a hold of Daniel and Brenda Jones and telling them that she also is a mother of a missing child and she can offer help and assistance, and they didn't want it. She went right to the daughter's biological mother, who hasn't had any involvement with this child because she was adopted, and interviewed her on their spaces. Now, I don't discount that woman has got emotions around her biological child being missing. However, how is that helping this case in the family. And then she targets them further by airing a 911 call with their home address. And they had people come knock on their goddamn door because of her. So you don't want to work with her. She's going to turn around and target you.
Well, what's the young man's name that's missing? Vlad. How do you say his name? I don't want to say it wrong.
Vlad.
Vlad's,
Yeah, so
somebody.
his full name is Brian Vladik Hassel. I think Vladik is part of his given Russian name because he was adopted from Russia when he was like 4 or 5, I want to say. Yeah, and he was known by Vlad.
Yeah. So I have created a private Facebook group for families of missing people for them to converse to one another and to get them to some resources and to some help with my team. They were more than happy. They have come over. They are now, I will be covering some of his case and see what I can help to do with them as well. I just wanted to put that out there. They were the first ones to come over right after
Wonderful. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They were ones I connected to on Twitter when I kind of came into all of this. Was Joe, his sister. And I really started, it was because of her sharing her experience with Sleuthy and some of these other people that she's had dealings with that opened my eyes to the bigger conversation here, that it's not just Michael Vaughan and his family, that it was happening to, you know, other people and other missing. And then it has just kind of snowballed from there because I've met, you know, Serenity McKinney's grandparents. I've met other families. I've met the advocates that are working with Oakley's case, and the conversation is the same and the situation is the same, and they're all experiencing, and it might not necessarily be the same group that we are all dealing with. There's other groups aside from this one group that are doing the same things to other families. And it's huge. It's massive in what they're being allowed to do on these platforms. Callie Dimes. Oh yeah, same thing with her. She did. I've seen that too. You're right. Yes, the weasels all were dead set that it was the babysitter until Brandy stopped working with them, and then the focus went on, oh, we feel these recordings and conversations are suspicious. We're having questions. We think it's time.
It's just time to give these families that are already hurting a platform to for good. And I didn't realize it was this bad. I just saw it in some cases early on, and I was like, whoa. I didn't realize it's as bad as what it's got.
And it's bigger than just the missing community, because in my professional work, I know you know this, but I'm going to share with your following.
Yeah.
In my professional work, I'm working on, I produce some podcasts as part of my job. And some of those I'm starting to work with some new true crime podcasts that are being helmed by victims of, you know, cases that we've seen. You know, you could go on Hulu and Netflix and see their documentaries and see the series about their lives. And what I've learned from them as, you know, victims of crime, what they dealt with the same thing. Everyone has an opinion on, you know, this one guy's, you know, murder of his mom, and they all, you know, they get attacked and they get the same kind of thing happens. And so that's why there's this really big push for, you know, engaging with empathy with some of these people and standing up to the bullshit, you know, because I won't tolerate it. I will call it out, and I'm sorry, but I'll tell them to fuck off because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the people like my headlines, and there's millions of them just like her following us everywhere we go. And ever since Nancy's podcast came out, we've just been annihilated with fake burner accounts on Twitter, left, right, up, and down. Some of them even having conversations with themselves just to go out there and bother you.
Right.
I don't understand behavior. I don't. I mean, maybe I need to go find a therapist and talk to them about it and figure out why these people are so crazy. But but that's what we're going to, I mean, I want to take this. I talked to Brandy over the weekend, and I want to take this and, you know, as most everyone knows, like early on, we established an email just so that way I could try to help them field all the requests that were coming in for interviews or quotes and things like that. And we established Monkey Media 208 as just an email that we could use. And over time, we've talked a lot about, like, could Monkey Media be something? Like, could it actually, you know, be something? And through this process, we kind of realized, like, yeah, it could. It could be a platform that helps families, you know, navigate the media and know what to do, like from day one when their loved one goes missing, and more of a self-help way, because not everyone can afford to like hire someone or, you know, have somebody handle their social media, but more of a step-by-step self-help way, as well as identifying where not to go. Just because they don't know. Some of them fall prey to this because they think, oh, I love this trending hashtag Nerdbird Mafia, and they think it's cool, and they go there and they find that they get targeted. So we want to just a simple platform, and we did create a YouTube channel, or I created the YouTube channel. Brandy's going to be working with me on this. And we'll get some kind of a simple site up, and I'm going to lean on to some of these families that I'm working with, and try to help them identify, you know, ethical channels they can reach out to on YouTube to get their loved one's story out there, help them with ways to approach their media and keep their loved one's story in the media, as well as, you know, just helping them figure out how to navigate it, you know, having a person in your circle that you trust to be a face of the family, things like that. So Monkey Media 208, that's what we're going to work on, and that's going to be the way to fight this. It is a big one. Where not to go. I mean, if they can talk about me on their channels, I surely can talk about them on mine then, can't I?
Yeah, I'm just proud of you doing all of this. It's definitely something that's missing, and it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. And
it is.
I'm just doing this to show people what it is real quick.
It is, and we also want to pool just resources because, you know, as we've all come to find out, there's a lot of different organizations out there that help with the missing, right? And we've found some of those through our own process, right? The family initially, as we know, were approached by the Kyron Horman Foundation, and they quickly became a partner and, you know, took Michael Vaughan onto their website and provide awareness materials. So they solve, you know, that problem. Then there's the Polly Klaas Foundation that just recently came in, and they have a bigger database, you know, than like Kyron Horman Foundation, and they provide solutions in a different way. They were able to push the information out in such a massive way that we hadn't seen in quite a while, that really pushed the growth of our Facebook group. So I want to be able to just kind of put those things together to be like, hey, here's all these organizations, their websites, where you can go fill out the form, you know, what you get from each of them, because Polly Klaas gives the family like a caseworker who oversees it, things like that. And then what you can do to fight this conjecture and how you can actually, you know, because it is about the reporting, and it is about having your group report these videos, report these accounts, report these tweets. Like, don't just go out there and talk about it. But if it really pisses you off, then you should be actively reporting these people. Every time you see it, you should report it, because that's what gets YouTube and Twitter to finally start shutting them down, where they can't monetize it.
Well, I've been telling people for months what side of the fence they want to be on. There's always a plan and always a reason for what side of the fence you want to be on.
Right.
And you choose your own fate in this YouTube world, and people do change over time.
I told Brandy when I met her in person, and I said, I'm choosing the side of the fence that is Michael. And this was before I knew anything about the case. And she'll tell you this. I said to her and Tyler, I was like, I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care if it comes out at the end of the day that you did something and you guys are guilty. I'm here to help find Michael. And they looked at me, and Brandy said, thank you. That tells me that you're truly here for my son. And I proceeded from that space of I'm here to help spread the word about Michael. I don't know enough about the case. And early on, when people were calling me the PR person and asking me questions, and I would say, I can't speak to that because I don't know. I'm not involved. I'm not doing a case study here. This is what I'm doing. But the more it got louder and the more, I mean, literally, I just felt called and it to step up, and help in a bigger way. The more I saw this need out there and this larger conversation, and yeah, we're gonna figure out what to make Monkey Media 208 and have it have information that reaches the families as they need it, using the families as the guide. They're going to tell us their experiences and the resources they found and how we can help. So I did establish a domain. It's really easy to find it. I just linked my domain to the YouTube channel. So as the moment right now, the website is monkeymedia208.com. I did buy that domain and it just links to the channel, but eventually we'll have that blog up with the resources.
Now, it's already up and running or not yet? The website.
The website's linked to the YouTube. If you go to monkeymedia208.com, it's just going to direct to the YouTube channel.
Okay.
While we're building the blog on the backside, is what I'm
cool.
So, yeah.
That's very important. And I can tell you all right now that I learned a very valuable lesson from Lana, which she learned from her father. So you can tell him thank you.
Okay.
That victims of crime or victims of a missing person are victims until they're not. And it's not our job to figure that out. That is police job to figure out. And that is how I now take my approaches when I go to cases and start looking and helping families. Is I'm not there to judge them. I'm there to help get the word out there, help get the face out there, help maybe somebody out there in the community on social media or other places have seen them and bring the awareness there. And it's not my job to basically make them not a victim anymore. And I do that.
Text to that for your followers. My father is a retired police officer, so he has a different perspective. And I the conversation that Levi's explained to you that I'd shared with him came from that, where I'd asked him, I was struggling with something which I won't even get into, but my struggles were like, I don't know if this person's telling the truth or not, if they're lying or not, like if this really happened to them or not. And I was going to my dad being like, how do you deal with that when you get calls as a police officer and you show up to the call and somebody's saying, this horrible thing just happened to me and they're distraught and whatever, but like maybe your gut doesn't, might feel off or whatever. And my dad said, you absolutely 100%, you treat them like a victim until evidence tells you otherwise, because you don't want to additionally traumatize them or victimize them more by not believing them straight out the gate. And you also don't want to be wrong, because it's not his job as the police officer to be judge and jury. It was his job to support and gather the facts and to push them on to the next level, etc., depending on what the case needed. So that's always been my perspective, and myself having gone through some traumas in my life, that's the last thing I wanted, was someone to treat me that way while I'm going through it. And I think that's what helps us to stay objective, or at least what my dad is saying that helped him to stay objective, and also helped you to engage with empathy and treat people as they should be treated.
Yeah, and I just want to clear this up for people that say, well, I'm victimizing the babysitter. I'm not victimizing her. The babysitter may be A-okay. I have no clue. I'm just bringing out the facts of it.
She's been unquestioned since day one, and she knows it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't think she's guilty, but maybe she is. I don't know. Her timeline doesn't add up. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the timeline before I move on to the next person that's timeline doesn't add up.
I've never said that. I've always said that I feel she's too stupid to have pulled something like this off on her own and carry it out for this long. My problem has been that her actions are extremely questionable, and what she has done, and she stands on, oh, well, I've known Tyler forever, my whole life. No. You guys knew of each other. They were acquaintances. They were not close, like forever. This isn't someone who was in their lives all the time. She barely came into their lives on a day-to-day basis right prior to this. And then her to go and act the way she has and make it worse and just parade herself around like an advocate when she's literally directed it back to the parents instead of on herself. So that's my issue with this woman. And she knows she's been in question. She knows she's even said it. She can't walk down the street without someone yelling kidnapper at her. That's coming from her own community, from people who have known her, who knows that she lost her children to the state for all the reasons that she did, for the people who have lived around her and seen her try to, take money from her patients and whatever else that she's tried to do that they all talk about. That's why. It's her own behaviors and her own actions that has led to these people saying these things. She's not been cleared by law enforcement. Yeah, she's victimizing herself by not giving true information. Yes. Yes, Dree. Thank you. All hail Dree.
Yeah. Well, I just want to know what the truth is. This will be. I heard there's another timeline out there on the Twitter Spaces that I'd like to get my hands on. And
those Twitter Spaces went bye real fast, didn't they? They were all out.
I know, didn't you notice that?
Yeah, they're gone. You can't find them. All kinds of YouTube videos and everything, but you cannot access all of these Twitter Spaces now in their totality without somebody's interference or editing. They're gone. They're gone.
Miss LaRue, I don't know how you say that. Chona? Innocent until proven guilty, not the focus. Guilty.
She'll have to explain to us. I was trying to pronounce it also. I'm saying she might have to tell us how to pronounce it. If it's
I think it's Chona. La Chona.
Lacana. It could be a k instead of a ch, depending on the culture that it came from.
Oh, maybe.
Like a kana. It could be a shana, like Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan is a Chaka, so it could be Shana, Lashana. Didn't even think about that. Could be a Kana, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, now you got to tell us how to say it because we're all sitting here you're probably laughing your ass off. This happens to me too when people try to pronounce my name.
I know what Chona means in Spanish.
Lana.
I know what chonies means in Spanish.
Her name's not Lachoni. It says
Chona, I think. I think it's Chona, but I don't know what that means. Here, I'm gonna look it up because it's driving me nuts.
She's gonna tell us it's not Chona. It's not after chonies.
Oh, you know what that word means.
I know what chonies mean. I have boys. I also grew up in a highly Hispanic community. There's a lot of Hispanics around Payette Fruitland area.
I hope she didn't leave or not embarrassed.
Maybe it is. Maybe we mispronounced it so much.
Well, it's like
True Crime with Sunshine. Help! Yes, help.
There's a lot of restaurants that are called La Chona or La Cona.
Trust me, I get on Levi all the time on how he's saying and spelling things, y'all. So he's not going to take offense. Just tell us how to say it.
Yeah. No, I want to say it correctly because she's been here a couple times already. And
I bet you it's Shauna. I bet it's like Shaka Khan, Shaka. I bet the CH is a sh sound, and it's probably Lashana. That's my guess.
Oh, this is funny. I won't say that. I don't know what does Chona mean.
Don't say it out loud.
Oh, I won't. It may have a whole different meaning than what.
Yeah.
There's a song after it.
Ooh, okay.
Jalisco. It has also been. Oh. Level is right. Miss La Chona. Is it Chona? Yep, I'm right.
No,
She says Miss La
I
Chona,
was
and then it says
wrong. It's
Chona.
not Lachona, it's Lachona. Oh,
And
man.
what it means, it's a nickname for women.
Okay.
Added LA. Okay, so it says, I'll just bring it up on here. So it
Yeah,
says La Chona, meaning Chona is the Mexican nickname for women named Conception or Assumption. Adding La is how some
okay, it's
Mexican
not Conception. It's like Concepcion or something like that.
Concepcion and Asuncion.
Like,
Added La
you're totally
La.
putting your Midwest white man spin on that. They don't pronounce it
¿Qué
Conception.
dijiste? Tú no sabes nada.
Mrs. Lachona. Okay.
La Chona. Is there a meaning for it? I just La
Yeah,
Chona.
tell us, is your name, is it a nickname from one of the names that he found on Google, or is it just something, it's just your handle that you chose? I would love to know too. I'm gonna start taking Spanish. I mean, I should have a long time ago. So I'm down here in Los Angeles, for work, and my hosts where I'm renting my Airbnb, they're Guatemalan. So my dog, they told me like 2 weeks in, they're like, "Oh, your dog speaks Spanish already. She understands us." And I'm like, "Of course she does. It's because you have food. Like you're giving her treats all the time, But I want to learn Spanish. I've never really learned. I did take the required Spanish class in high school, but yeah, it'd be fun to learn the language. So I think I'm going to do that.
I know enough, but I'm like, well, you know this. I like to shoot from the hip. So when if I'm speaking to somebody in public or somebody's speaking, like I could speak back to them in like perfect Spanish. But like I have to be in the moment. When I sit here and try to think about it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
La Chona song by Los Tucanes de Tijuana. That's what her name's for.
Song. Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. This group, I have to find it. I actually went, Miss Lachona, we might have to talk off screen because I went to Mexico when I was young. When I was in elementary school, we had exchange students stay with us a few times, and 2 of the girls were from Mexico. And so right after my parents had divorced, my mom had saved up and took me and my sister down to Mexico to see these girls. And one of them had a lot of like younger siblings, our ages. And I swear to God, I'm not going to sing it because I don't want to butcher it and have it be clipped, but I can hear the song in my head. There's this band that they listened to that was like the, boy band of Mexico at the time or something. And I just remember spending a lot of my summer hanging with these girls like in Mexico, and then listening to this music. And I've been trying to find that band and find that album. Because it's definitely memories. But you said the band name there. I mean, that could be it for all I know. But yeah. Reference for a woman who is married but loves to party, dance, and drink. Okay, well, that sounds like me, except I'm not married. Is there a nickname for a woman who is not married but loves to party, dance, and drink? Because that would be me.
Maracha.
Whatever.
Or Sancha. It's Sancha, right, Miss Lachona? It's Sancha. Sancha Lana. Single.
Missing in Georgia, Colombian. Yeah. Daughter-in-law is Colombian. Yeah, I didn't learn much of it when we had our exchange students, but of course they also were at the time required to learn English in order to be an exchange student. So they both knew English very, very well. We also did have one exchange student from Germany, and she also knew English very, very well. I loved it though. I was obsessed with her. She would sit and use my stereo to make cassette tapes, like use my little microphone and of course it's pre-social media and it was very expensive for phone calls and things. And this was kind of how she would communicate to her family. And she would make cassette tapes and talk in German. And I would just sit there just like wide-eyed, listening to her language, just consumed by it. It was beautiful.
I guess Sasha doesn't like my channel.
Who's Sasha? Tyler is not the main suspect. Sasha, you missed something here. All right. Tyler's
That's
never been.
okay. She can't talk anymore. She can't
What?
talk anymore.
She what?
I said she can't talk anymore.
Did you kick her out?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna answer it because you know what? That's
You want her to answer? I can unhide her. Hold
no,
on.
don't unhide her. I'm just saying in case anyone comes and listens. But I mean, maybe that's. I don't know. My point is, she could be new here. She might not understand, or maybe she's coming over.
No, she leaves messages on every one of my monkeys videos and always saying bad stuff about the parents. I just delete it all the time.
See, and those are the people that don't want to listen to fact. Those are the ones that I was talking about that will follow people just because they're loud or make really cool graphics and have a cool handle and a large following. That's Sasha. So you come back and listen to this. If you're still listening, Sasha, that's you. You don't do your own research. You follow the crowd. Menudo. The band was not Menudo.
Menudo or Menudo?
That's what us Canadian and American girls always go to Menudo, right? No, it was because it wasn't just a boy band. I shouldn't have said that. It was like a pop band because there was a couple of girls in it too. And I remember like seeing the album covers and like just, you know, it was fun for me because we were both 12. We were the little sister and I, and we were like preteen girls just in her room. It was connecting. She didn't know much English and I didn't know any Spanish, and we really connected just listening to that album and hanging out together. I'll have to find it. Sasha, you don't, I guess he unhid you. Okay, Sasha, law enforcement has never publicly stated whether footage of Michael exists or not. However, I know it does exist. It exists, and they're not going to put it out there because it is pertinent to Michael's case. Tyler was just cleared, basically, by law enforcement saying he's not the focus. As we just discussed, they will not officially use the word clear until the case is closed. But Tyler passed his polygraphs. They said he's not the focus. They know Tyler didn't do anything to Michael, and you are not doing your own research, like I said.
Mi esposo es de Jalisco y nuestros amigos y familiares me llaman Chona. So it's her husband is from Jalisco,
Okay.
and his friends and families call her Chona.
Okay.
I think that's what that means. I could be wrong.
Did you watch the documentary on Menudo, Lachona? There's a documentary out there. I started it, but I didn't know this. But the boys, when they started to age out of the band, they were replaced. So that's how Menudo maintained its young boy band popularity. It was never the same kids. And once they grew up and got to a certain age, they replaced them with a younger boy.
Yep. See, I was right. Her friends call her husband's from Jalisco, so her friends call her Miss La Chona.
I think that's cute. Yeah, you got to keep me young, Mickey Mouse Club. Yes, Mickey Mouse Club was my favorite. Oh my gosh, I loved the Mickey Mouse Club. I also liked, what was that other one? Oh, Kids Incorporated. Did anyone else watch Kids Incorporated, or am I the only nerd here?
Oh, you're the only one that what?
Watched Kids Incorporated. Do you remember?
No.
Did you watch the show? No? It was a sketch comedy type show, music show, like Mickey Mouse Club. But it was on like Fox or something, and it starred actually Jennifer Love Hewitt was in it. She was one of the main characters, and she's grown to be a pretty known actress now. And then there was a singer, she was pretty famous in the 90s, called Martika, and she was on there too, and she had a very popular song called Toy Soldier. And they were on that show. But Kids Incorporated, yes, Callie Dime, woo woo. Thank you. I knew someone would be on the same page of nerdum as I am.
I grew up. What do I tell you all the time when I misspell stuff?
What?
What do I tell you all the time when I misspell something and you point it out to me?
What? Fuck off.
I grew up. No, I grew up on a farm in Iowa. What do you expect? And as far as TV goes, I didn't watch much TV. I was always outside working.
I loved the Mickey Mouse Club also. I really did. I have a really sad story. When we went to Disneyland, I wanted to get the shirt so bad. I was like, the only thing I wanted to buy at Disneyland was the Mickey Mouse Club shirt. And my stepbrother decided to like veer from the family and go get lost all day. So we had to sit on a bench with my stepdad's mother like all day long while they went to go find him, and she wouldn't let us go anywhere, and I never got my shirt. So feel bad for me. Yes, Eminem did use part of that for his song. He did cover Toy Soldier. It's a really good song. I hear it every so often. I liked Martika. I wonder what she's up to now. I'm going to have to look her up.
Thanks, Bling. All right. Any last words you want to say?
Nope, I'm done.
You're done. Thank you for coming up here, as always. Yeah, I'll probably be going live in a little bit on some other missing people's cases and some other stuff. But I'm really intrigued that I want to know why these timelines don't add up. Don't
well,
you?
I want to see that one person. You need to follow up with that when you get done. You sent me that one guy who's really good at mapping and timelines, and I'm just curious as all hell to see if he can take, law enforcement's timeline, her original timeline, her new timeline. You know what I mean? And do his thing with that, because that would be like so fascinating just from a law perspective. Just like True Crime Web's video the other day for me was really fascinating, just to watch him break down like, this is what law enforcement would have done, this is why they do it this way, this is what happens at this point when going through establishing timelines. So yeah,
definitely. I'd love to get that done. I just haven't done the work behind the scenes. I just got back. Hey guys, again. Hi, Steve. I just haven't done the work behind the scenes to take all the timelines and put them all together for him. Now that I have more info, I was waiting for her to speak so that we could get what she's saying now as opposed to in the recording. And then I'd like to get the Twitter space and then make things make sense. But she did say last night that she had to drive right by the residence. So
I know.
I
know. And last night, her and her husband were together. When I think before, I don't know, Crystal Jewel will have to correct me because she knows more details, but I think before it's been that they went in separate vehicles. So
yeah, I know. I sent that this morning too.
That was new. So yeah.
Well, I got all my some of my people that research are taking notes and getting it all compiled together so that we can hand it over to him so he can.
Okay, Miss Lachona, the song was like, "Soy como soy a donde voy, da 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 da." I can remember little bits and pieces of it. So if that sounds familiar, let me know. I want to figure out this band now. All right, you should probably take the mic away from me. Thank you, everyone. Definitely follow our channel because I'm going to start putting out some resources for family. And like I said, Brandy's going to get on this Discord with these other families of missing, and we're going to start putting together some more resources through that outlet for what families need and have that coming soon. And yeah, continue to call out the bullshit. And I'm kind of like you, level-headed. If anyone out there within the sound of this has all of the Spaces recordings, we'd sure love to hear that. Have a great day.
And if you do know a family that's struggling by people bullying them because they won't work with them, please reach out to me. All my stuff's in my about section.
Yeah,
We can get them with the right other missing family groups, and we can get them all
exactly.
paired together, and
Yeah, this
we're all work
oh,
together and help them.
yeah, have them email Levi because he knows some, you've definitely been beneficial in helping like get Monkey out on other channels. And that's kind of what we want this website to be, is like, here's where you can go to talk about your missing loved one and not have to deal with this other side of it. So yeah.
Yeah, and if they're dealing with that right now, get with me as soon as possible because I can put a stop to it and
Yeah.
help all I can. Get the name out, get the word out there, get the name and faces out there of the people, and turn the bad into good for them, just like I'm trying to do here. So,
And we appreciate that because it does take help from everyone that sees the truth, and wants to talk about it and actually wants to put that crap to rest and help find Michael, because there's too many non-compliant people in this case that we should be really uncomfortable with. There's factors that have not been ruled out yet, and we're over a year, which leads to the likelihood that Michael is out there with a predator and has been this whole time. And I'm not okay with that. So if you're not okay with that either, then we definitely want you over here helping us find him.
yep.
Thank
All right.
I'm going to drop out and let you go ahead and close out your thing.
Okay.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Lana. All right. Let's just do this for a minute. As we close this out, I am not stopping my research. I have a lot more research that I have. I have a lot more cases that I'm working on, helping some other families and to get some word out. I will be going live here later today with some other case stuff. Some I missed a lot, and Eliza's stuff. And I have a couple other families I've been speaking to this over this weekend. And I need to help in spreading the awareness on some of them. One involves a car and a man that is missing, and I noticed the car's not on the poster, so I have to get with my team and get the car put on the poster so that we can mass put it out there. I don't know if you guys follow me on my other social media, but if you don't, you should, because I do a lot of things where a lot of things that other people don't do, that to spread out the word out there. And if you have a missing person, I do have another YouTube creator that has a friend that did recently go missing, and I will be covering that today as well. It might be a compilation of a couple different missing people to spread that word out there. And the biggest thing is thank you, moderators. Thank you, everybody here. As always, please hit that thumbs up. Please ring the bell notification so you get all my notifications. And make sure that you come back and watch, and hopefully you get the notifications. If not, follow me on my other social medias because everything will be in there. And join us tomorrow for the Real Crime Team Think Tank. Yes, I forgot all about that. I'll be over on Checking Convictions channel. I did not have time to All right. Sorry about that. Looks like I got booted off my internet and it's not coming back up. So I'm on my phone. And as I always do for every end of the video, Monkey, we're going to find you. You hang in there. We're going to find you. And most important thing is if you see something, say something.